on this episode of My Last Two Brain Cells.
But like for the like impact that this course can have, like if you really like learn everything in this course, you really study like all the information we're giving you, you really practice all the stuff, like it could be the most impactful to your career out of any of the courses.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to
My Last Two Brain Cells.
I'm your host, Maddie Morris.
And I'm also your host, Elliot Morris.
And listen up, my bestie booba baby.
Today, we're going to be
faces,
teaching you how to go from mega Saddie to mega baddie
in 3 easy steps.
Well, actually, it's kind of just one easy step.
Listen, you guys. You know that we did not start this podcast or design this podcast to pitch you anything, to sell you anything. We're not trying to sell you nothing, but we do use our podcast to talk about very important things that can change your life and change the trajectory of your career. And if it happens to be in the form of us creating something that will provide value to you, then we are going to tell you about it because it would be doing you a disservice if we didn't.
That's true.
This year, oh my gosh, you guys, we set out on a journey because, as you guys know, a lot of us are mega Saddies. A lot of you listening are mega Saddies. You're like,
what is a mega Saddie?
A mega Saddie is a lash artist that is only doing classic and volume, and you feel like your work is really kind of lackluster. It's not really giving what it's meant to give. The lashes aren't lashing. The fans aren't
maybe
fanning.
They are doing mega volume, but it's like
it's not for wah, wah, wah.
It's wah,
like
wah.
you do a mega volume set, but it comes out and you're like, oh my gosh, why does this look choppy and piecey, and it never looks dark or black or dense or full?
Why doesn't this look like a light heart lash set?
Why doesn't this look like a light heart lash set? And so earlier this year, we set out on a mission because, as you guys know, I do teach classes. That is my full-time job. I have taught in-person classes since 2020. I have taught literally upwards of 400 students at this point in person, most of them being private.
That's a lot of students.
It is the love of my life. It is a course that I will teach and teach until I am blue in the face. I love it. I am proud of our curriculum. It has been evolving since I wrote it back in early 2020. We have grown tremendously. There's a problem, though. There's a big problem for me and a big problem for you.
What's that?
Supply and demand.
It really is an issue.
If
you look on our website,
and not to be like, oh, we're suffering from success, but
we are like the DJ Khaled.
We're suffering from success.
The album.
But you guys, we literally, so I was only capable of teaching one-on-one trainings, and that I worked for a big lash company and I was teaching group trainings with them, and on my own I never had the building or the capacity to teach group trainings because of like the spaces I was in. But now we have our beautiful training academy and I can comfortably teach 8 students a month. Originally, actually, we capped it at 6. And then I was like, oh, I can squeeze in 7, I can squeeze in 8. And we have found out that I can squeeze in 8. 8 students is the max amount of students I can teach per month. We even have an extra trainer, Katie, who teaches all of my private training. So out of Lightheart physically, we train like 10 to 12 students every month out of our training facility. But I get DMs every single day, and I have people begging me every day to get into our trainings, to squeeze them in, to put them on a wait list.
And if you're watching this and you're like, I want to take one of those in-person trainings, we have 2 spots in November.
That
is all we have for this year. So
none in December, none any earlier, none this month. I have exhausted our wait list.
I think the only reason we have November is because it's like really close to Thanksgiving and everyone's just really busy.
I think that's really it.
Reason.
It's just close to Thanksgiving. I teach the last Monday of every month out of our training facility in Scottsdale, Arizona. The Mega Volume course is, I mean, truly, you guys, I mean this without shading anyone. It is the best and most information-packed, value-packed, career-changing training that you can take. I'm sure that there are amazing other trainings out there. I have like great things to say about other trainings, but
it's good.
It is very
really good.
We have never had a single negative thing said about our in-person trainings, ever.
Yeah.
Never, not once.
The results are in, and it is a winner.
We have done anonymous surveys about my in-person Mega Volume training because I'm like, surely people can't,
No, they don't really feel like this. They do, I guess.
The training is $19.50 for the one day, and we did an anonymous survey of how much people would think that the training would be underpriced and overpriced at, and how much people think that the training is worth after they've taken it. And our average students said that the value they would place.
They said that they would pay like $2,700 on average for that training before they would think, it's starting to get too high. That was what it was.
For the experience
Which is crazy.
Considered a deal by most students.
But obviously we don't have space in those trainings. So we don't need to advertise it.
So that's why I don't advertise.
Obviously that's not what we're talking about here today, because
it just
we
is
don't
what
really
it
need
is.
to.
But you guys, I have always been very against teaching online trainings. You guys know this. I'm happy to put out ebooks and resources and mini courses like Angel Sets, Wispies. Like that's all like mini courses that you can take if you're a beginner. You can take them in an afternoon. They're very like bite-sized and digestible. But I've always been hesitant to put my mega volume training online for a few reasons. Number one, it teaches flower bouquet technique, which is an advanced technique. It is very difficult to learn online, and I was hesitant to do that because I wanted to give people the same experience that they could get during an in-person training. So that's why I was hesitant. Number two, it's just a beefy course to put online.
It is. And when we were thinking obviously, because it's right there. Obviously, we've considered maybe we should put the mega volume course online. Every time we talked about it, we're like, okay, if we put it online, it has to be as good as the in-person trainings. Mm-hmm. We're not going to make a inferior course that we put online just now we can sell it online so we can sell it to more people. Mm-hmm. But it's like, if we were going to do this, it had to be as good as the in-person class, which means we had to put so much into it. It had to have an even bigger manual than the in-person classes, just because
it has a bigger manual.
Just because you don't want to make people watch a 5-hour video, because that's just it's unrealistic for someone to watch a video for that long, because people are just, you can't tune into a video for that long. And
I wanted to invest in really great camera equipment to give you guys the best.
And for in-person classes too, you're able to look so closely at what Madison's doing and be this is how you do it.
Yeah, during my in-person classes, I do a fill in front of everyone on Katie.
So everyone's able to be right there as close as her head is and see everything super close up. So it's that's hard to replicate in an online class.
So the way that we've done it, the way that it's structured, and it's available now, it's on my website.
So we did make it online.
We did make it.
We
Woo!
did, and it took so long to make and to get it right. And we made it. We wrote it.
So
we
frickin'
rewrote
long.
it. We filmed it. We refilmed it.
I launched it the other day, and then
we soft launched it on Friday, and then
a few people bought it, and I immediately took it myself.
Madison was looking through it a final time, and she was like, "No, this isn't good enough. We got to refilm stuff."
And it was 1 a.m. I was like, "Elliot, I'm so sorry. Please don't hate me."
We spent all day the next day filming an extra 3 hours of the course after it's all edited, or it probably after it's all edited. It's probably another 2 hours of the course, but we were filming literally all day to get that. The next day, we spent all the next day editing. It was a lot over last weekend.
It's just a hard thing to teach online, and I really, really care about the results of my students after they take this class. So here's how we've done it and how it's going to be the most beneficial to you guys.
It's really good.
It's really good. I'm so proud of it, and I'm so
turned
proud
out
of it
very good.
because going forward, it's going to raise in price, but in the future, we are going to have an option to purchase a hardcover version of the manual.
Yeah, we're going to add a hardcover version of the manual. We're still figuring that out because we're doing we're getting at the logistics for that. It's a little more complicated.
But it's nice because I'm able to add things to it. So even if you purchased it, eventually you'll be able to go back and there's going to be even more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love this course. It's my heart and soul. It's not a mini course. If you've taken any of our mini courses, it's very, very different. So it's not similar. But that's what different means. Stupid idiot Maddie. My God. It's different. So it's not similar. Oh my gosh. I'm
revolutionary.
Hungry. Okay. So anyway, so the course starts out, introduction, obviously, big theory portion. The theory portion is the slideshow for my class, and there's a video of me talking about all the theories. So it's the exact same theory that I go into in my in-person training, including product knowledge, what products to use, and why. It always explains the why. I'm never just going to be do this thing. I'm going to tell you why I'm doing that thing and why you should be doing that thing, so you're never lost or confused. It goes very in depth into how adhesive works and how sanitation works and how we should do our consultations, mapping and styling. One of the biggest problems people have with mega volume is how to style their lashes and map them beautifully for each different eye shape. Goes in depth into that. It comes with a downloadable theory manual as well. So once you take the theory portion, you also have it downloaded to look back on and read it all over again. And it's
and the downloadable manual is like 168 pages.
170 pages. Yes.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Beefy. And
I think it's probably the biggest lash manual in the industry.
it is.
Which size isn't like size isn't everything, you guys. It's like it's so dense at 168 pages. Like there is just so much info in this manual. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like we don't want to waste your time. That was the thing that like with like doing this, I was like, okay, it's going to need to be long, but like how can we make this as short as possible?
It's not like stupid information that you would learn in a beginner class.
Like this course could have been like 12 hours long, and it could have been like you have to watch this over the course of a week, but
I want this course to be efficient because here's the thing. Like,
we want to respect your time.
One of the reasons is why my in-person class isn't 2 or 3 days long is because the people that take it, are advanced artists. They're busy salon owners. You know, they want to come and get the information that they need and want to know without all the fluff stuff, without all the BS, and they want to get back to their lives and implement it. And that's the same way with this course. It is short enough to be like digestible. And it's about like 4 hours of footage and then all the theory.
Yeah, it's about
everything.
4 hours of footage, but it's like it's meant to be rewatched and like you go back and look through it because it's like you're not going to get everything the first watch
I'm not teaching you like this is a C curl and this is a C plus curl, like blah
it's
blah
like,
blah,
you know
boring.
that.
Yeah,
you
move on. You can get that from YouTube. It's like dense.
That's true.
And we get into a lot of like the complexities of everything and like lash porosity and you know the molecular structure of how like you know adhesive cures and the polymerization process and all of that. And then after theory, we do the flower bouquet demonstration, and that breaks down every single micro movement up close with a professional camera. You can see how the little fibers
got the macro
move.
shots,
macro
baby.
shots. The shimmy, the peel back, the tilt, the dip.
Honestly, that section of it I think is better than an in-person class because you can see
rewatch it.
Well, and you
Yeah.
can see it so much more clearly. Like Mia was watching it after like the wrapping part of it, and she's like, I have never I have never understood wrapping this well because like you can see
the human eye
like,
can't get that
the
close
human
in an
eye
in-person
can't get that
class.
close. Like we have a microscope
So I was
looking
like,
at like the lashes wrapping.
I want this class.
really
I
good.
made it because it can be accessible to you around the world. You can take it wherever you are in the world immediately. Also, it's not live. It's pre-recorded, so you don't have to like wait to get on Zoom with me or anything like that. It's all pre-recorded.
And also that means we could make like the production quality it's so much higher than if it was like live on Zoom or something because it's like we can get
technical difficulties, time differences.
Oh, yeah.
People are busy.
and we could get so many different angles of everything and it's so much more clear and it's
wrapping close up, sponge art close up, my pinch perfect method. So there's a backup. I do flower bouquet technique like in my day-to-day lash life 99% of the time, but I also talk about what happens when your tweezers aren't working, your humidity is off, there's static in the air, you're having an off day, maybe your wrist is injured or something like that. You need to have a backup technique. And I also teach my pinch perfect method, which is not a traditional pinching method. It is not how you're taught to pinch on Instagram or on YouTube. It's a little bit different. And it's the most effective way to pinch Mega Volume fans. After that, we get into what else? There's more video tutorials, and then there's
we got the wrapping.
After that there's the call with Katie. So so we don't give you a certificate at the end of this course right away because here's the thing.
You got to earn it.
You got to earn it, honey. Here's the thing is after you take this class.
We don't want the people who are certified with this class we don't want to just certify anybody and say like, oh yeah, anyone can get this certification. Like we want to make sure that if you are going to get this certification that like you have successfully completed this class, like that you understand how to do Mega Volume and that you are going to be a good artist. And
like we added a certificate to our mini courses because it's like people like a certificate. They want something nice to put on their wall.
Well, and the mini courses too is like if someone is a lash artist and they're like taking this course, like any lash artist can pick up the stuff in the mini courses.
Yeah,
like they're
you can
very
take the angel set tutorial and like immediately
anyone
do
can
that.
do angel sets.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I haven't had anyone message me after and be like, I am so
don't get
stumped.
it.
It's very
They're
beginner
very
friendly.
simple.
But with this course, because Mega Volume is
so advanced,
difficult, it is advanced, and I want to ensure you are getting the results that you came into this course to get. We after you finish, you get a calendar that comes up, and that is a time to schedule a video call with our master trainer, Katie, Lightheart Katie. You can follow her at Lightheart Katie. And
She's the best.
You will schedule a call with her. This goes into her booking schedule. And this is a video call where you are going to have 1 to 3 weeks in between taking this course and doing this call,
So you have
which
time
is
to
a
practice.
period. And you're going to have a sponge prepared, your tile prepared with your lashes and everything like that. Also, this course is not brand specific. We teach you what products to buy, but you can really interchange and mix and match depending on what brand you use. I am not.
We tell you what type of products
Yes.
to buy.
So I am not like selling you anything. I'm not affiliated with any brand with this course. I tell you though what type of lashes to purchase from each brand, what type of tweezers you should be purchasing, the type of tile, the type of everything, and then you're going to go out and buy that stuff, or usually it's stuff you have in your cart already if you're an advanced artist, you just don't know how to use it yet. And then you're going to prepare all this, have your 1 to 3 weeks of at-home practice time, and then you're going to get on that call with Katie. You're going to show her your work, and you're going to show her what you are struggling with, if anything, and she's going to be able to see your technique, troubleshoot with you, and you can ask any questions and really kind of make sure that you have a good grasp to continue practicing on your mega volume journey. And then Katie will send you your well-deserved certificate. That is how we've structured it.
Yeah, guys, we're just really proud of this course.
We
honestly
are.
really, it's the best course we have made. Like,
Yeah.
period. It's not the longest. Like, going independent is longer, but like for the like impact that this course can have, like if you really like learn everything in this course, you really study like all the information we're giving you, you really practice all the stuff, like it could be the most impactful to your career out of any of the courses we've made.
And what I've noticed is the thing is I'm marketing this course towards busy artists, you know, that like you already have clients, whether you work at a salon or on your own. And it is very difficult for lash artists to even make the time to take an in-person training, like let alone fly to one. Like everyone that comes,
especially if you're not near Phoenix.
Yeah,
you know?
the artists that come into our in-person training, a lot of them fly in that morning and leave like that night or the next morning. They are so busy, and they appreciate that it's a one-day dense training.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be online for people that maybe they're a new mom, they have a busy family life, they can't slip away and go to Scottsdale, get a hotel, whatever. Like that's a big commitment, right? And what if they don't even like master mega volume on that day? You know, there is a practice period, and a lot of the time people learn best when they're in the comfort of their own studio, their own environment, their own location. And so I'm so appreciative of everyone that comes, but a lot of people come to our trainings also for the experience, right? They want to see Lightheart. They want to meet me and Katie face to face. They want to have that interaction, and we love that. But I understand that it's not feasible for a lot of people, and we wanted to make this as accessible as possible. And so, I mean, we have students in Austria, in Brazil, in Australia, like they're all over the world. And it's just not reasonable for them to book out a training in Arizona 10 months in advance.
It's true.
If, you know, they don't know what their life is going to look like at that point. So really excited that it's accessible for you guys. It's currently $777. That'll raise eventually, but it is angel numbers.
Yeah, for like the next month or two.
Yeah,
it'll
it's
be that. We just want to give all of our organic audience, all of you guys, a chance to get it like when you're ready for it at the lower price before we, you know.
You can pay in parts too. We got Sezzle.
Yeah, we got Sezzle, guys.
God.
Oh, that took so long to get approved for one of those.
Too.
But yeah, so we got that. You can pay like over the course of like
it's
2-3 months, something like that.
Yeah. One thing that I really wanted to mention is why you should learn mega volume, right? And
it's good.
Here's the thing. If you guys have heard my story, you know that mega volume is the technique that changed
my
my career. It really, really did. And when we are working with very, very tiny fibers, putting them on people's faces every day, the littlest things make a difference. And you should be doing a technique that you enjoy, that's easy on your hands and your body, and that your clients are obsessed with. And I was doing Russian volume. I took a lot of Russian volume lash courses. And while I have a lot of respect for Russian volume and classics and everything like that, when I learned mega volume, I have taken everything else off my menu. I exclusively work with 0.03s. I pride myself on doing every single style of lashing with 0.03s because they are so fine. They're so versatile. I can create classic looks like angel sets. I can create slightly more full looks that mimic a volume set using 0.03s, and I can create the densest, darkest sets that last so long and wear so beautifully and are comfortable and healthy on people's natural lashes. Doing flower bouquet technique, doing mega volume, it's literally changed my career. And I just want to give you guys that too. And I know a lot of lash artists are just frustrated and burnt out. And I think the easiest fix is just doing a method that works for you and that you like. And it is more difficult to learn, of course, but if you take...
It's easier than Russian volume, though.
It is. If you take one good lash training where you learn the flower bouquet technique and then you go away and you implement it and you have the ongoing support, like me and Katie are here for you guys. We really are. You have the ongoing support, you're set. You're really, really set, and Mega Volume will set you apart in your area. Even if there's other artists doing Mega Volume, if you can create looks that are dense, dark, clean, healthy on the natural lash that your clients can sustain over years and years of time with no damage.
And if you're on the Light Heart map.
Yeah, and if you're on the Light Heart map, that'll set you apart. It's so crazy that the map is actually working.
It's getting people clients.
Yeah.
We got a message today. It was awesome.
Yeah.
She was like, girl, I just got a new client just came in and she's like, I found you on the Light Heart map. And I was like,
so cool.
Yes, let's go.
Our website gets a lot of traffic. So after you take the Mega Volume class, especially because it's a new course and not a lot of people have taken it, add yourself to the map and people will be able to find
oh, they're a Light Heart Mega
a
Volume
Light Heart
certified.
Mega Volume certified artist in their area. That alone can get you,
that'll get you clients.
New clients.
Absolutely.
So we're really excited to bring this to you. Do you have anything else to add, Elliot?
Mega Volume is the best technique in the lash industry. Period.
If you got lashes,
there is not a better technique. Like the Russian volume mafia is gonna come out and be like, no, Russian volume is better. We have perfectly symmetrical fans. Okay, here's why Mega Volume is better. One, you're not gonna have 8 hour. You're not gonna have 8 hour full sets. Two, yes, sure, Russian volume sets
timely.
look perfect, but they look perfect for 30 minutes after you finish, and then you take your pictures, and then they don't anymore. If you're making sets that are going on people's eyeballs for 3 weeks, Russian volume sets aren't gonna look good after freaking a week. Like it's not gonna look nearly as good.
Is like and no shade to Russian volume, like
I'm shading it.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, Elliot has his own beef with Russian volume.
Yeah,
I guess.
I got my own beef.
Like I do definitely respect it. Like it is a very.
No, it's the thing is it's more difficult. It's a more technically difficult style, but why? Why would you put yourself through that? You don't have to.
It's more efficient for you.
It's way more efficient.
If you're a busy working lash artist,
if you're in the real world, Mega Volume is better. If you're just doing like if you're trying to win like artistry competitions and you're trying to enter your work to win a thing like Russian volume. Yeah, sure, Russian volume. Yeah, obviously you're gonna get better pictures for that hour right after.
That literally wants to charge more and give your clients what they want. Learn how to do Mega Volume well. There's nothing better. And I mean, I am someone that has invested way more time and money into trying to learn Russian volume than I ever did learning Mega Volume, and it's made me a happier lash artist. And at the end of the day, I just want you guys to be happy lash artists.
Here, another thing that people might be like is like, well, all my clients want classic. None of my clients, they don't want the crazy Mega Volume look. So why would I learn Mega Volume?
I guarantee there is a clientele in your area that wants those stunning sets, and Mega Volume is so versatile. You can do textured, spiky, and
you can make them look natural.
Yeah,
you can make them look very natural.
That's the thing is like I have my clientele back in Alaska was a little bit more conservative, like with their lash styles. And I was a Mega Volume specialist that only did Mega Volume. I only had Mega Volume on my menu. And I was making flower bouquet 0.03 fans that were just a little narrower, but they were lighter and they felt better on my clients. And even my clients that always got classic, and they were my ride or die classic clients, we slowly transitioned them to volume. And the second I learned Mega Volume, they all wanted them because of how well I advertised. I would advertise that these don't have to be super long, super full. You know, it just means that we're utilizing a lighter lash to give them a more versatile look. And we can do very natural sets with Mega Volume.
Absolutely.
We 1,000,000% can. If you advertise it like, this is mega full, mega dark, Megatron, like sets, whatever.
Megatron.
Yeah,
sets.
like there's...
Yeah, people are going to...
It's going to scare people away.
The natural girlies are going to be scared.
Yeah, so there's a way to advertise it very effectively to the natural girlies to be like,
these are the lightest lashes possible.
And do you know what was a huge selling point for me when I started doing Mega Volume? Was obviously everyone has the same lash shedding cycle depending on what style you get. Like your lashes aren't necessarily going to have better retention if you get volume over mega or mega over volume. But
it'll look fuller.
It appears to be fuller on your clients.
Because you're spreading it out.
Yeah, you're creating more surface area with the tips of the fibers and just over a greater what am I even freaking talking about?
Yeah, no, that's true.
You can get fuller sets. And so my clients,
They look fuller
they
longer.
were having the same retention, but I was noticing that my clients that were going 2.5 weeks would text me at 2.5 weeks and be like, hey girl, can we push it out an extra week? My lashes still look good. It gave me the freedom to allow my clients to go on vacation for longer. I could go on vacation for longer. I could push their fills out back, and that allows me to take 5 extra clients and make more money.
That is true.
There's like, it literally wiggles around your schedule. If your clients can go longer feeling like their lashes look better, well, they have the same shedding cycle, they just look better.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win. And it let us go on a 3-week honeymoon in Bali.
Yeah. And
because all our clients could go 3 weeks.
Yeah. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, my clients can only go 2 weeks. And they were able to like make it from the time I left on for my wedding to the time I came home, because their mega volume lashes that were 100% full coverage still looked pretty gosh darn good. And they were still getting compliments. My goal, and I always tell new clients, is, you know, I explain retention, I explain their aftercare and how their lashes are going to wear throughout that 3.5 week process. But I always would tell them, my goal as your artist is, my biggest goal on my end personally is, I want you to be able to go out in public after, you know, 2-3 weeks,
the day before your fill,
and the day of your fill, and get compliments from strangers. That is how I know I've done a good job.
Yeah. And if you want your clients to feel that way too, check out the online
Mega Volume Masterclass.
Yeah, I feel like this whole episode was just us evangelizing Mega Volume. But it's true. It's true. We are the Billy Graham of Mega Volume.
We hand out pamphlets on the side of the road.
We're gonna start handing out gospel tracks for Mega Volume.
Healing the world with big old lashes.
Have you heard of our Lash Lord and Savior Mega Volume?
Bye.
Bye, guys. We love you so much.
And I can't wait to see you inside. And if you...
I hope this episode didn't feel like too much of an advertisement. We're just really proud of this course. Like, it's honestly,
guys,
we put our heart and soul into it. It's really good.
Listen, you guys, we show up every week and we put our all into these episodes. So if we pitch something once in a while...
I feel like that's okay, right?
That's cool.
That's cool, right?
I feel like we're cool with that.
Yeah. I think so.
We're not like trying to sell you Mary Kay or Arbonne. Like we're literally, we're not like
Are you ready to become the owner, the master of your own business?
Yeah, we're not trying to sell you protein supplements. Like, we're literally selling you a course that'll make your life better.
I am part of an elite group of female entrepreneurs.
Like, we've spent 6 months making this thing, and I've spent 3 years also making this thing. And I've
you guys, the manual itself is so gigantic.
Do you know the only con of me putting this online that actually like keeps me up at night?
What?
You know what it is.
It's that now like everyone can get your manual. Oh
my gosh, you guys. I knew the second I hit send and this course went out to the universe, I was like,
people are going to start copying the manual.
Everyone is going to copy the manual. Not the people that take it. You guys are good people.
But there's one or two people out there that are going to be like, I'm going to copy this because you got, it's like,
guys, I give it 1 week that we see. I give it 1 week that we see another lash educator somewhere in the world that forgot to block me. That is going to be
that is true.
Reposting the graphics, the content.
Yeah. Guys, we have hundreds of custom graphics that we made for this manual.
Oh my!
Maybe not hundreds, but it's a lot.
No, it's like 50, but
it's 50 custom graphics.
Guys,
though. That's
we
a lot.
Have spent money to film this course, and I am just saying that if you see some really good things floating around on Instagram,
it was out of the manual. It was, if you take this course and then start looking out for the awesome, like the graphic on glue. That one's great. The one on freaking lash porosity, they're going to be everywhere.
Literally, and there's like nothing I can do about it.
No, but it's like, you know, what are we going to do? Not put it out? Like,
what am I going to do? Yeah, I'd rather...
That's why our like manual up until now has only been available. Like, we were selling the manual for a brief period on our website, and then people did start copying it. And that was like a very old version of the manual. I actually
did sell a very old... It was like
very old
when
version
my manual was like 60 pages. It was like nothing. But I put it on my website, and the only people that were buying it were like lash education brands.
Yeah.
And
so we were like, well, why are we selling this? We're going to take this off
I'm not
website.
making a licensing fee. I'm not taking a percentage. Like, they're literally just spending $100 to copy everything I've ever worked for.
So we stopped doing that. So the only way you could get it.
The only con is it will be copied. So
it will be copied. But the thing is, then they're not the original.
Yeah.
It's like, who would you want to take a course from? The copy or the original? I would want to hear
I remember when I put out my Angel Set course, and I had some people take the Angel Set course and then immediately make their own angel set course. And some of them I know, and they're like doing their thing, and I'm like totally supportive of that. And like, do your thing. Like, honestly, do your thing. I want everyone to learn angel sets. And like, if you want,
if someone's doing an in-person angel set course,
no,
that's great.
I have friends that have taught online angel set course, and I'm fully supportive.
Yeah.
fully supportive, because it's like, I know that they're putting their own spin on it.
Yeah.
I trust their level of like creativity.
Oh yeah, as long as they're doing their own thing.
My friend Chelsea made one, and I literally tell people to like
check it out.
Yeah. I literally do your thing, because the information that I provide, I want to spread it around the world. And if people can put their own creative spin on like what I have like put together, like I want people to do so. And like, I didn't come up with flower bouquet technique. I didn't come up with how adhesive works. I didn't come up with this stuff. I have just made the curriculum.
Yeah.
And
you made the best curriculum.
it's really good. Thank you, honey.
It's really good.
But it's so funny, because I've had people like take my angel set course and then immediately put one out, and then I've like,
it's like, all right.
and then I've bought it,
and then it's
I've
like
looked at
exactly
it,
the same.
and it's exactly the same. And I'm like, girl,
at least put some effort in.
Literally,
If you're gonna do your own, if you take this course and then you're like, I'm gonna do a mega volume course, just write your own manual.
just rub your brain
That's
cells
it.
together.
Just write your own manual,
All
and
I
then
ask.
you're good. And we support it.
Yeah.
If you write your own manual, we 100% support it.
Oh, I encourage all my students that want to become future educators. I support them fully, wholeheartedly. I will tell everyone in their area to take their stuff.
Perfect.
Everyone.
Absolutely.
And I support anyone that is creative enough to create something. Even if they've taken inspiration from me, even if they have, got inspired from me, whatever, I support them 1,000,000,000%, because I want the lash industry to thrive.
Yep.
And if I can even be a spark of encouragement for other people to have their own great curriculums, go for it. But please don't copy mine.
Please just don't copy.
XOXO. Maddie Morris.
Buy your own graphics.
Buy your own.
Or draw your own graphics.
Yeah, literally. Okay, well, love you guys so much. So excited for this to get in the hands of you all. If you have taken it, please message me.
Oh, please let us know.
Please let me know so I can give you a big old kiss.
Yeah.
And can't wait for you guys to take it. Until next time.
Love you so much, besties.
Love you so much, besties.
Bye.
Bye.